Pause. Haha. Not those kind of pause. So if you're just tuning in with us and you see that this is a part 2. This is part 2. So obviously that had something to do with the last one. I'm sure you probably saw that. Now to continue the story. So now for the other part of the story. See, I already told you something I'm proud of. Now I'm going to tell you something I'm not so proud of. It's kind of funny. That's why you're watching this. But anyway, this had to do with another coworker. We're going to call her Allie. And well, Allie is a pear-shaped woman, and I have nothing against size or shape. You know, I personally think fat jokes are just kind of trashy, unnecessary. The only time I really use them is I say, your proverbial mother is so fat she jumped in the air and got stuck. You know, but that's proverbial mother. That's your mom in the context of the joke. Back when I mentored, kids actually liked that because then they could say those jokes and do the verbal sparring without actually insulting anyone and getting in trouble. But I digress. Back to the point. Allie was did not have a good figure, and I did not hold that against her. Up until one point. See, Allie went to high school with me, and so she knew that in high school there was a point in which I had a depression and made an attempt on my life. And one day, for no reason, she felt the need to reference this. I'm trying to work with her, and I'm like, hey, did you get the thing? You know, I'm like asking her to do the thing or whatever, right? And she's like, no, don't try and tell me how to do my job. Why don't you go drink some bleach? Wow. But at the moment I was thinking, oh, I didn't realize the gloves were off. You know? Like, so right out of it, I just went straight to, you know, they say the camera adds 10 pounds, but goddamn woman, how many did you eat?
Damn!
She couldn't speak. She was stuttering, trying to say something. Words would not form, they wouldn't come out. And she just runs off to go cry in the bathroom. But what you have to realize is that my viewpoint, I'm looking at her. There's her right here. She runs off. There's Mr. I'm going to call him Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve, my manager, is right behind her. So she runs off. There he is, looking right this way. He caught every single horrible detail. And he's looking at me like a deer caught in the headlights. Like, he's my manager. He's my superior. I'm the grunt, you know? But he's looking at me like, get back to work. Because I'm staring him down. I'm like, I'm not challenging him, but I'm like, I stand by what I said. You heard her, right? Like, and we've got this like nonverbal communication with no movement. Because I'm just like, you know what happened? No. He's like, yeah, I do not want to be involved in that. But no, he's like, get back to work. I can't help but think it kind of had something to do with when I was like hugging that one girl. I was like, okay, get back to work. I'm like, whew, karma, right? So, at the same time, it's kind of like, well, I spent my karma. I don't know if this job was really worth it, but, you know, I still have my job. And the managers did like me. Needless to say, Allie and I did not end on great terms. Which leads us to the next part, the final in the trilogy, part 3. Thus concludes part 2. And once again, after a brief intermission of a few days, I think, again, yeah, I'm making you wait. After an intermission, we will continue with part 3. Well, here's the intermission.